Okay, so I'm going to use a pivot table to show this data more effectively. Okay, we have year, operation, accounting, account head, account actual and budgeted in this column, and the data are up to the row that's 64. Yeah, and we have different year and operation in the different countries, accounting head, accounts, and actual is the actual performance of the company, or the actual performance that we get after measuring the performance or the account, whereas the budgeted is the planned performance, or let's say it is the objectives that company want to achieve. So first of all I'm going to click anywhere inside the table in any cell, and I'm going to press Ctrl and A at the same time, so it will select the whole table, and I'll click on insert, and then I'll go on pivot table. I will select existing worksheet, and I'll go to sheet 3 over here, and I'll select the cell called B2. Actually it depends on you, you can select whichever cell you like, and I'm going to click OK. So after clicking OK, here is the pivot table. So to give the basic information, actually I'm going to make a basic pivot table. So let's say rows, row 1, row 2, or as column, actually column 1, column 2, and these are values. Yeah, so this is how the pivot table will see the data. These are called values, which will be a kind of like intersection of row and column, and so these are called column and these are called rows. So I'm going to delete that one. So yeah, I'll click on pivot table, and you can see over here there are various things that I could choose. So on the row section I will click on account head. I need account head, and also add account on the row. So there are two things on the row which you can like expand and contract. Okay, so on the values I need okay, I'll give actual to the column, sorry I'm in values, and budgeted to the values, and the values would be in the column section. So you can see over here values is in column, so this is the value that we get, and the values of sum of actual and sum of budgeted. So you can see here, actually to make it look more like income statement, I should have revenue. Let's select the whole revenue, and I'll hover around it until it becomes 4 arrow like that, and I'll drag it to the top. So revenue and cost of goods sold, expenses. Okay, we don't need grand total, so I'm going to remove the grand total from here, and okay, let me add something. So go on, click on this heading, okay, and I'll click on analyze, and I'll go to calculations and then field items and sets, calculated item, because I want to add calculated items. So I'm going to name this gross profit, PROFIT, and the formula of gross profit would be revenue minus cost of goods sold, and it will give us the gross profit. I'll add okay. So you can see here gross profit, and it has various sections over here. So if you expand, it's already expanded, so you can see different subheadings on the gross profit. So we don't need that, so I'll close that one, and I'll select the whole gross profit section and I'll drag it to after the cost of goods sold. Okay, so it looks like this actually, and I need one more thing, which is a net profit. I'll go to analyze, I'll follow the same step, calculated items, and this time it is net profit, and the formula for net profit would be gross profit minus expenses. Double click on expenses to add it over here, and I'll click OK. So we have net profit section over here. I'm not going to expand this section, so I'll collapse the drop down section over here. Okay, and I don't need, we need to show material cost and transportation costs in different headings, so I'm going to collapse this cost of goods sold section as well, so it will look like this. And I don't like to put this thing over here, this plus and minus button, to expand and collapse the section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and analyze, and I'll click on show, and then I'll remove this plus slash minus button, so it will be removed from this section, and I don't want to have this row label as well. So it looks like this, and it looks pretty good, right? I'll adjust the column, and it looks like this. And let's add variance. So to add a variance over here on the next okay, so to add a variance, what we really need to do is we need to click somewhere around on this section, and to add a variance, okay, let's follow the step that I already did, like analyze, calculations, but now I'll select calculated field because I need a field. So what I need is variance, and I want it in a dollar. So, and the formula for variance would be actual, double click on actual, minus double click on budgeted to add it, and I click OK. So we got variance over here, and then I need variance in percent as well. So let's follow the same step. Variance in percent, and the formula for this would be variance divided by the budgeted items. Okay, and I'll click OK to add it over here. So this doesn't look nice because of the way how the data are presented. So I'm going to select this data area, and I'm going to format cells. Okay, now over here we got the format cells. I want to select currency, and I don't want decimal number, so 0 places after decimal, and it looks like this. Okay, I'm going to click OK. So it looks pretty good actually. Okay, so this is the section for percentage. So I'll select percentage, and I want probably 1 decimal. Okay, 1. So it could be, it looks probably 2, I guess. I'm gonna add 2. Okay, so over here we can see, let's make the data more, it looks fine. So this is how you can make an income statement kind of thing from the data over here, which is random, and we have year and operation as well. So let's add a slicer for that one. So I'm going to click on home. Actually, to add a slicer, I need to click on insert, sparkling line filters, and I'm gonna add slicer. I'll select to year and operation. I'll click OK. So we have two slicer over here. The one is year. Okay, I'll drag it to here and operation to down here. Let me resize it. Actually, let me make it like this with the two column, so it looks more nicer. I don't know how to say it. It looks more visually good. Okay, so we have the data of 3 different year with 6 different countries. So if I select China, it will give me a data of China, so I don't have to go over here and look for every section of where there is China. I don't have to do that. So let's say China, I only want to see a data of 2019. So China 2019, probably the operation of India in year 2021. Okay, fine. Japan for year or I can click over here, which will clear the filter, and it will give the operation of Japan in all these 3 years, or the data of this 3 years. If I click this one, then it will give the data of the whole operation of this all area, or all this operation, let's say of this company. So if I want the data of only 2, then what I'm gonna do is I'll click on like 2019 and another selected year, maybe 2022. First I have to click control and I'll click the year. So it will give me it will select the 2 years and the data will be changed. And I can do the same with this operation as well. Maybe I want the data of China and Japan only, and maybe South Korea as well. Yeah, 3. So it gives me, this is the data of 2019 and 2020 of these 3 operation, or these 3 area. I can do, you can change it, you can select it, and you can do the operation. So this will be the data of overall company. So you can see the variance over here, and we can even add, let's say, conditional formatting. So okay, so let me select the gross profit as well and net profit. So these are the section where one type of conditional formatting would look good. So I click on conditional formatting on the home, which is inside the home tab, and I'm going to click icon set, and you can choose whichever you want. I'll select this one. So what it does is it has positive variance, so it will give me the green, which means it has a good operation, good sales, good data, and red means it's bad. So what it really means is we plan to get $15,000 in gross profit, but we only $15,500, but we get $15,400. So there's negative, and that's why it's red. So it goes just opposite to the expenses section. So I'm gonna select other expenses, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I can select, and I'm going to, you can select whichever you want. Okay, I did this before, I guess, and you can see here the sum of actual. So the cost of goods sold is increased. So it gave green right now, but we have to change that. So I'll click in conditional formatting and I'll click on manage rules, and this is the one which is selected. So I'm going to double click it to open it, and you can see here red and green is like when the value is greater or equals to 67, it will be green, and red would be when the value is smaller than 34. I'm going to reverse. So yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to reverse icon order. So I will click here, so this icon will be reversed, and that is all. Click on OK, click on OK, and you'll get the data. So the cost of goods sold is increased, so it's bad, so it gives us the red. So we have to give more focus on this section which is red. And moreover, we can make like assumptions like 2020 of all this. 2021 it looks kind of good. I mean, there's a minor changes, but it looks good. And let's say of India only, and China, Japan, probably Nepal. Okay, the sales are not as per the targeted thing over here. It's all red up to here on even the cost of goods sold. So the operation was not good, but eventually we got the profit, right, which is 90% higher the actual sum. So the one of the best thing about this is even if this data are changed, I mean, like the whole data is changed now. Yeah, so if even this data are changed, it can be, we can refresh the pivot table to get a new data. And yeah, I think it's easy as well, and this is it is also an effective way to see or visualize data. Okay, that's it for this video.